All right, guys, we got this. Let's go. Gun wide trip sweep. Pros X go. On one. On one. Ready?
Ready.
What's up, guys? It's PIHCAM with HuddleGG, and in today's video we're going to talk about the Ohio route concept. Now, this video is part of our route concept series where we're going to break down how real-life route concepts work and how you can effectively use them in Madden. So with that being said, let's get into it. And like we talked about last week, we do have this concept tab where we can go and we can find the Ohio concept. Okay, now with the Ohio concept, it's going to be a 2-route combination where you're going to have the outside receiver on a fade and you're going to have your inside or your slot receiver on an out route. Okay, now when we go to this tab here for the Ohio, you'll see they're going to show us 5 different plays. Now, that's the only thing I'm not a big fan of about this concept tab is we do have other routes here in our playbook that are the Ohio concept, and I'm going to actually use one of those here in this video, and it's this play 617 to the left. Okay, and like I said, once you understand what the route concept is, you can find it throughout your playbook. It's not always going to be in that pre-play tab. They don't add every play that's in the playbook, but it does give you an idea of what options you do have throughout your playbook. Okay, now like I said, if you look to the left side of the screen here, this is our Ohio concept, right? We have the outside receiver on a fade and we have our inside receiver on an out route. Now in Madden, you're actually going to be able to run this against a lot of different coverages. Okay, in real life they may run it against specific coverages, maybe a cover 2, and maybe some man coverage as well. Now in Madden, it's going to work against cover 2, it's going to work against man coverage as well, but you're actually going to be able to run this against cover 3 and cover 4 at times as well, really depending on where your opponent's zones are dropping to. Okay, now here we're going to run it against cover 2 first. Okay, and what you'll see is you're going to read this fade route to the out route. Okay, so we're going to look at the fade first. Typically, you'll know if you want to throw the fade early, right? I'm really only going to throw the fade here in Madden if they're pressing and we're able to get over the top of that player. Okay, if that outside corner is not pressing, my goal here is for that vertical or that outside fade to push that defender vertically, right? So push that cloud flat back and then allow us a space underneath to throw the quick little out route. Okay, so you'll see here he pushes that vertically and it opens up that area on the sideline for our quick little out route. Okay, so if we go to the replay here, you'll see this worked exactly how we wanted it to, right? So you see when we run this, right, he gets a jam here, that cloud flat, and then he's also going to still back up a little bit. You see how he's still trying to get depth, which again just opens up this out route underneath. Now this is one of the reasons why I like this 617 play a lot for this Ohio concept, is because of the depth of the out route. Right, he gets underneath those defenders really well. Now there is another Ohio concept that I will show you that I do like against man coverage, but again, I run this one more than I run any in the game. Okay, now if they would switch to something like cover 3, that is perfectly fine, right? We can still run the same thing, because in Madden you'll see here the outside fade is actually going to pull that curl flat a little bit down the field, which opens up our out route underneath, right? So you see here we still have the ability to throw that out route underneath again, and that's our main read there. As soon as we see that cornerback backed off, right, we see that outside corner backed off, our thought is we're really not going to probably be able to hit that fade route. Now if you're in CFM or in regs and you have a lot of speed advantage out there on the outside, you can try to throw that fade over the top, but here in MUT, obviously it's going to be a similar speed rating between the two players, so we're really going to be looking for that guy to push back the flat defender, which opens up our out route. Okay, so again, you can see there, very, very quick, easy reads. Now what you will see is, let's say they are in a cover 1, right, playing man coverage, and they're trying to press. This is when I'm going to look to that outside receiver, okay, especially if we have short out elite on that player. It's going to give us the ability to beat that press off the line and get deep over the top. Okay, so again, what we'll see here is if we see that press and we see our guy win, that's when we're going to want to air it out to that fade route. And again, just make that catch, get in there for that 1-play score. Okay, so again, you can hit this big, right? Even though it is a quick passing concept, you do have the ability to throw this deep if you have the right defense on the field, right? If your opponent comes out on the defense you want, you do have the ability to do this. And what you'll see here is anytime we see this outside corner pressed, we want to watch that fade route. And if we get this animation here where he's fighting to the inside and you see that he's going to get this separation, that's when we're going to want to throw this fade route over the top. Okay, now one thing that we'll see is if they do go to cover 1 and they aren't pressing, right, we're still going to be able to try to hit that out route quickly. And this is going against an inside shade as well, What you'll see here is we can throw this down and away, and we can try to get that, break a tackle, and still turn upfield. Again, it is minimal yards there for throwing that out route, specifically if they have an inside shade or something like that, but you still are able to hit that as long as you pass lead that away from the defender. Okay, now I did mention that there is one specific Ohio concept here that's in the game, and I'll show you in this particular playbook how the route's a little bit different, right? It's going to be curl Ohio here to the right. In this play, you see how the out route to the left's a little bit different, right? He has a break in his route, and he almost has two breaks there because you see that little diagonal at the top there of that break. And then right off the line, he breaks to the inside as well. So this is going to do a little bit better job, in my experience, against man coverage. Okay, so routes like this, we're still getting the same concept because we have an outside fade and we have an inside out route, right? But what you'll see here is he's going to be able to get a little bit better separation a lot of times. And again, this is against an inside shade, so this is going to be the best type of defender we're going to be able to face. But what you'll see here is a lot of times if we just throw that away from the defender, you can come down and catch that where the defender's not going to be able to make a play on that ball. Okay, and like we talked about last week, there are times where if you're just in a different play, so let's say we are in the play slants, right, and you come out and you're like, I want to run Ohio. Just put the outside receiver on a fade, inside receiver on an out route, and you have the concept that you were looking for, and you can throw that underneath. And again, if you break that tackle, turn it upfield and get some really, really positive yardage. If you've made it to the end of this video, odds are you're serious about becoming a better Madden player, and we're here to help. On our website at HuddleGG, $9.95 a month unlocks all of our full game plans created by some of the best Madden players in the world. You'll also have access to our private Discord where Madden pros will answer your questions and help take your game to the next level. Have a great day.